Howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and
Bradley.
Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
It is August 24th, 2016. Wednesday afternoon. It is 12:17 p.m. Are you going to do the weather?
I will do the weather. I've got it pulled up. It is currently 84 degrees in PANACEA, Florida, which is a little cooler than it has been. High today of 91, real feel of 96, and they're projecting a low of 75. And we got a really, really nice rainstorm yesterday. Dumped a lot of water on us. So, okay.
It was pretty neat watching the storm roll in on the bay, and all of a sudden all the fog and then the rain and stuff.
And then the thunder. There was a few times you with the headphones and we'd get a thunder boomer and it would shake the whole place. Yeah.
If you're expecting a real happy vlog today, you might want to just turn off. I keep it real, and I'm trying, guys, but I can't really force the happiness when that's not how I'm feeling. We didn't take naps yesterday because I was trying to make sure I could sleep a little bit better at night, and we didn't get home till after 4 anyway. You guys know the Jeep lost its pulley yesterday. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. Brad did grill pork steaks out on the barbecue grill, but he got really happy with the mesquite spicy seasoning. And I mean, I'd like to burn a hole in my tongue. I told him next time, please don't put that on mine. I don't really like it.
Oh, you don't?
Remember, that's why we stopped using it in Wyoming. You know, if you just want to put it on yours, that's great, but it's too spicy for me. I did some looming. Made a couple more baby hats. This little girl one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That is so
I like
cool.
the little palm on it and stuff too. So.
Yeah, that is very cool.
And I just watched some Netflix. Kind of escape from reality for a little bit because I needed to. I didn't even watch too many YouTube videos because so many people are having so many problems, and it just kind of brings you down and kind of steer away from Facebook for that reason too. We've been sitting and talking this morning about our current situation and what we're going to do. If you guys didn't watch yesterday, like I said, the Jeep lost its pulley. Is it the idler pulley?
I think so.
We're not mechanics, and somebody suggested it would be an easy fix, and another YouTuber and her brother fixed his. We're not mechanics. We're both disabled. There's no way. We don't even have any tools or anything or any knowledge. So, we do have a neighbor who said that either tonight or tomorrow night that he would look at it. Did he say he definitely would look at it, or
yeah.
He might?
No, he said he definitely
That he would look at it. He said he's pretty handy with those kind of stuff. If he thinks he can fix it, he'll charge us we'll just buy the parts. And I told Brad, I said, heck, we'll even buy him a case of beer or whatever, or buy him a dinner or something,
yeah.
If they can do that. We do have AAA, so if we do have to tow it into a mechanic, it'll cover up to 50 miles, so we can do that. And the same neighbor, Ed and Jeannie, Ed said that he would give Brad a ride Friday to his doctor appointments in Crawfordville, and then Brad needs to get my medication Friday too. But we're not sure what we're going to do. This is not something we can afford because, every month we get deeper in a hole. And, it's really hard when you're disabled and, you hate to see your husband have to go to work where he's in so much pain, but it's getting to the point where he's going to have to get like a part-time job or something because we just can't make it.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody who says, here, you know, I'll come host you, you come live on our land, I've got the hookups, or, you know, I'll run an extension cord and a hose, and you know, you guys can do some work in exchange, or, you know, we don't have that, you know, and we don't have that kind of situation. I know of some RVers that do, and I'm very envious and very happy for them, but we don't have anything like that that would help negate the cost of living here. I know somebody else suggested that she belongs to a church that has an emergency fund. We just do not feel right about that and will not do that. I mean, if you're a member of a church and you told them about us and they approached us, that would be different. But we are not going to go and ask churches for money.
No.
We just don't do that, especially when we're not going to join your church, you know. So, I mean, I'm not into using people for money. You know, I just never have been. You know, I know a lot of people are, but we just never have been,
No.
and not going to start. You know, if you're thinking how you can help now, if you're thinking about, frankly, if you're thinking about wanting to buy something on my Etsy shop and you've been waiting, if you want to buy it, right now I have no orders coming in, so this is a great time if you want to order something. And yes, I'll make sure that we're able to get into PANACEA to mail it. But, you know, like I said, right now I have no orders coming in, so if you're wanting to order something, that would really help. You know, if you want to pay with PayPal, that's even better because we have a PayPal debit card, so we're able to use that just right away. Otherwise, you know, direct checkout takes a little bit, you know, but that's still doable. You know, I don't know what else we can do. One thing we were talking about, like I said, I was talking about the amount of pain that Brad is in. I don't happen to talk to you guys about the amount of pain I'm in. And lately it's been worse. As the weather cools off, and it feels so nice that the weather's cooling off a little bit, that also means I'm in a lot more pain. The arthritis in my left hip is really bad, which normally is not the hip that bothers me. But that's part of the reason I've been up so late at night. And just the general arthritis. I'm having a lot of difficulty walking and stuff. You know, what we'd really like to do is if we can find an RV park that we can, up in Tallahassee, that we could move to, that would be the same price and would accept the dogs, we probably would do that. Because if we lived up in Tallahassee, that's where all the services are. And they have public transportation like bus and stuff. So you wouldn't have to have two vehicles, you know, as long as you're close to a bus line. And that way, if you had a vehicle breakdown, you're not just stuck.
Totally screwed.
You know, thank goodness for our neighbors, or else we would just be totally screwed.
Yeah.
You know, and then once we get into a house someday, they do have the custom, like, call centers and stuff now, you know, where customer service places hire you to work out of your home. As long as you have a landline and you have an area of your home that is quiet, and then you actually sign up for certain hours. And that's something that he and I both could do. You know, and, you know, when the other one's working, the other one's in the other part of the house keeping the dogs quiet, you know. Or if we both were working part-time, you know, I don't want to leave my dogs if I have to work part-time until we are in a house, because I don't want them to be in this RV barking their fool heads off all day, you know. And like I said, we also just have one vehicle, so, you know, we would need to be either with public transportation of some sort. So feel kind of down about it. I mean, you know, we're not sorry we moved, but how we originally intended on moving was that we were going to be able to sell our house. And that was before the oil fields dried up and the mines started closing, and that just tanked the whole economy there in Wyoming, and there was no way we were going to be able to sell it. And that was before Brad started not getting a paycheck, you know, through commission sales only and stuff, and we had to wipe out our savings, and then had to start not making house payments after 17 years. And so, because we originally thought we could sell that house and we would have enough left after selling it that we would be able to put it down on, or even possibly pay cash for another home here, you know. But that's not how it works. Life throws you curveball. And I mean, you know, there's been a lot of things that have happened within this year. A year ago, I was set to have weight loss surgery, and then 2 weeks before, and I had the operation, the date set and everything. 2 weeks before it was to happen, all of a sudden the hospital, it's the only hospital in that area that does the surgery, decided that because it was not a medically necessary surgery, well, that's what they decided it was, because even our insurance, you know, we had insurance and they even approved it in a whole bit. We jumped through all these different hoops for 7 months, you know, all the nutrition classes and all the medical tests I had to have done on my heart and various swallows and x-rays and, you know, psych evaluation, everything. 2 weeks before I was to have the surgery, they decided it's not a medically necessary surgery, so you have to pay a 10% down. Which all of a sudden they said you're going to have to pay $6,000, and it has to be paid before the surgery takes place, or they wouldn't do it. Well, we had never been told that. Even when we went to the hospital and did all the preoperative stuff, we never were told that. They said nothing about having to pay anything down, you know. So we ended up not being able to have the surgery. And, you know, I try not to let that get to me, but then I still wonder about where would I be now, you know, a year later, and maybe I would be able to work, you know.
Or you might be dead.
Well, okay, I might be dead. Yeah, there are some people, yeah, I know I'm being too hard on myself, okay, but, you know.
Yeah.
I feel hopeless too, and I mean, that's why I've kind of have slacked off on doing more painting and stuff, because I feel like, well, I don't know. It's been a really hard month. We've been cooped up in the RV a lot. I mean, I get out maybe once every 6 days, and, you know, really hard to feel inspired to paint, even though I'm trained to be able to paint under any conditions, and I could. And also having the lack of space is really hard. I mean, I don't know, I've just been a little down. I mean, it's been a bit hard month, and each month we get further in behind on everything. It's like this month, you know, we still owe for last month's electricity, then we owe for this month's rent and electricity. We have to get the Jeep re-tagged, and now we have to get the Jeep fixed, and that means virtually we have no food money, which that won't work. And I'm trying, and I know I'm a Debbie Downer, and like I said, you guys can look at most of my videos, they're always very upbeat, but I'm just very stressed out and worried about our future. I've always been basically the housewife, and I've always sold my craft to make ends meet, but in this economy it's very hard to sell your craft, you know. And, you know, I look at my prices, and my prices are, you know, right in line with everybody else's on Etsy, if not cheaper. So it's not that. especially my paintings, you know, I'm selling those a lot cheaper than most people sell their work, but, you know, I'm trying to make it, you know, affordable for everybody, so, you know, but it's difficult, and I'm not sure what to do, and this is not how we envisioned moving here. Everybody says, oh, you're living their dream. Well, okay, be prepared. I'm not really living your dream when you find out that we're basically just sitting in this RV. We can't afford to go anywhere. And, you know, so, you know, we haven't even really done much sightseeing or anything. And we're just trying to make ends meet each month. I mean, and I know everybody is, but, you know, everybody thinks this is just so easy. And it's not. It's not. It's hard on us. It's difficult for the dogs. I mean, they're happy, yes, but, you know, I would like to see them in a yard where they could run and stuff a lot better. But, I mean, and sometimes you sit and you wonder, you think, well, I think I'm a good person, and I mean, we gave away thousands of dollars worth of stuff right before we left Wyoming. And I always believe that, you know, karma has a way of coming back around, but I'm like, karma, you're late. You're late, okay? You're way late, and, you know, and I didn't do that stuff just to benefit or anything, but it'd be nice if something wonderful happened, you know. You know, if anybody knows anybody that has any land they need, like, some caretaking done on, or something like that, let us know, you know. You know, we're not opposed to moving if it's not real far away. I'm not going all the way across the United States again. That was just too difficult with this many animals and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, plus we have stuff in storage and, yeah. I know it'll get better, and I know there's got to be a reason why God is testing us and putting us through this, but could he slow it down a little? You know, I mean, and I know people have it so much worse, guys. I do, okay? I totally get that, but every once in a while I get to vent. I can vent to you guys, and I can vent to Brad, and that's it, you know. And I try not to vent too much to my husband because I know he is stressed out and worried as it is, you know. And he sees how much I struggle to even get up and move certain days because of the pain. And, you know, you guys just see me from here on up, you know. But yeah, like I said, if you're thinking about starting some Christmas shopping or anything, now it's the time to do it, because I don't have orders coming through and I have the time to do it and stuff, and that would really help us out. I don't know how much it's going to cost to do, you know.
Yeah, but it'll get better, sweetie.
I don't know, you keep telling me that every month, and every month it gets worse. Frankly, it does. Every month it gets worse. It's been a hard month. It's been a hard month even affording groceries, not being able to go anywhere. The reason that we sit for like 6 days at a time is trying to save gas.
Yeah.
You know. So, which gets hard because you'd like to be able to go for a little drive or something, but, you know, I mean, the plus side is at least the Jeep didn't break down up in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
At least it didn't break down when we went for our long drive on Skipper Bay. But, you know, sometimes it's just hard because you keep thinking each month is going to get better, and then each month, no, you know. And it used to be so much easier selling. Like years ago when I started 6 weeks before 911 happened on eBay. And it used to be so much easier selling stuff. But the economy is just so hard for so many people. So, anyway, we'll get through it. We always do. But thinking about, you know, well, he's going to work on after the Jeep gets fixed, getting a part-time job, you know, something he can handle doing, you know, because we just need some money. We just need, you know, need some kind of income coming in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, and if anybody has any scrap yarn, any yarn you're not using and you want to donate it my way, that would be awesome, because I still am doing a lot of donating hats and stuff. But, you know, especially if you have scrap yarn and stuff, because it doesn't take that much yarn to make. This is all scrap yarn. And this will be for a baby, to keep a baby's head warm. Because we know that, especially babies, you lose most of their heat out through their head. That's why when they're born and stuff, they'll put a hat on them in the hospital and stuff. You know, they always tell you to keep your babies. You know, they have, most of them born don't have hardly any hair. So, you know. Anyway.
I didn't think our granddaughter was ever going to grow any hair.
I didn't think our daughter was ever going to grow any hair. Our daughter, Kim, our youngest daughter, and her daughter was the same way too. My granddaughter, Emma. Both. I mean, and then the minute my daughter starts finally hairing out, her older sister Crystal cut her hair. I hadn't been on the phone with him at the time. We were just starting to get to know each other and starting to date. And I reached out to stroke Kim's hair, and a big chunk of it came out. Sister played barbershop.
Well, and then the first time I met her,
I already told you guys that story about the chicken pox and all that. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I don't want to do a memory lane trip right now. You know, sometimes it's hard to think back when you were young and foolish and thought the world was full of so many possibilities. And now I'm just thinking it's kind of a big suck ass. There you have it. I think sometimes it's just real sucky. I have a number of my friends that are really fighting cancer, and, you know, and other friends that are going through their own hardships. And sometimes life is just a big suck, you know. And sometimes it can be beautiful, wonderful. No, I'm not giving up and stuff, but I'm just feeling kind of down, you know. You get tired of pushing it so hard after a while. But I need to go in my happy place and fucking pretend like everything is just great. Oh, did I say that out loud? Shit. Sorry, guys. Wow. Okay, there you have it. Hey, I told you guys I keep it real. There's how I do it. I'm going to put a fucking happy smile on my face and pretend like it's just La La Land. Right, honey?
That was good.
That make you tear up because you're laughing so hard? He knows I keep it real, man.
Yes, you do.
But I don't not one to I'll vent and then I'm okay. You guys saw when I started this video, a lot downer. I was a Debbie Downer. Now I'm just like putting that fucking smile on my face and just going on, sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
The words.
What?
The F words.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
I know, I'm just giving you grief.
I try not to cuss too much, but sometimes, gosh darn, just doesn't cover it. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope now that you're just like, you know, you're like probably have to go cleanse yourself after hearing me talk, but you know, I'm keeping it real.
Yes, you
and I do cherish your friendship. And I love you guys, and I think you're awesome, and I hope that you are having a great, fabulous day. I'm going to go play with my yarn and pretend like everything is just fabulous. Because in the yarn world, it is.
Yes, it is.
Say bye, Brett.
Bye, Brett.
Bye, guys.